9Z Globin and Twisted Minds. But with what they drafted so far, Phil, what do you think about this? What's the difference between the drafts?
Absolutely. It seems like Twisted Minds here, they're not going to fix what's not broken, right? They know the Yijing Dharma is such a reliable composition. All they really picked up new here was clean on that pay. The marksman was interchangeable for sure. But you know what is not interchangeable, Dash? The phones these players are playing with here. Look at this. They have the best of the best, the Realme 15 Pro official gaming phone. It is built for performance, made for gaming, smooth, cool, and reliable, just the way esports demands. Ready to level up. Get yours now and feel the difference.
Yeah, if you want to be as good as this players, get the phone, and you're gonna get as good as this players, everyone. But again, this is the lower bracket finals. 9Z Globin versus Twisted Minds. OG awaits in the grand finals, and whoever wins this will advance to the grand finals.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if we're allowed to make those claims here, Dash, all right? But it will certainly help you guys out to not be limited by your hardware, right? So far here, everyone playing today is going to be on a Realme 15, so no one is going to have any of those hardware limitations. If you guys want some Dragon Crystals, make sure to put the CD key when you open up your hardware in Honor of Kings to get yourself some free Dragon Crystals.
There you go. Look it up, everybody. And now we're going to be starting. We have seen the clears here out of Twisted Minds. Very early clears on Clean, right? Because this is what's going to happen in the early game. Clean is just going to be clearing up the waves a lot more faster with the jungle camps, so he could really have more freedom on rotating around the mid, around the top side, and now we can see him just being a bit more conservative, not going for invades, and just waiting for any wrong, or at least the wrong movements. Now, I think Moon has the wrong movement here. Good Garter Grave to just push Clean away.
Look at that instant Garter Grave and still get dropped to half health. If it was a second later, he could have been dispatched there, and that just shows the early game prowess of Clean there on that pay as well too. We see ACC on the Motu applying some pressure here in lane with his Cannon Blast. I would like to see the Motu actually roam around with the pay, because there's not much they can really get done from that 2v2 in lane, right? They're just gonna try and farm.
Yeah, I agree. I think it really needs to roam a lot more, help out pay, and Clean to find something around the map. Now, next jungle camps are going to be coming, and after this next clear, that is where we're going to see what Twisted Minds are going to do. If Clean is going to be cleaning this up fast, he could go to the bottom side first, go to the red side jungle, up 9Z Globin, then get a good invade there.
Absolutely. We've seen these teams pre-4-minute mark before the first objective. It feels kind of solved, right? Like they know that if you go here, I'm going to go here. If you take that, I'm going to take this. So it's relatively passive 0-0 on both sides here. Everyone kind of understands what's going on. Once the variable that is that first Tyrant comes out and you're forced to go ahead and fight your opponents here, that is when chaos kind of erupts here. And everyone is kind of preparing for that. This is like the calm before the storm.
Yeah, they've seen Clean a while ago. You can see the vision score here of Seba, especially on the bot side of the map. Seen a lot of people just out of that brush right there in the bottom side of the map. And that's why he saw a lot. Knew that Clean wasn't in the top side. So that's why they are clearing up the bot side right now. Leffy going to be focused right here, half HP. Good thing he didn't pop the infinite fastness this early.
Absolutely. They were trying to bait him in there, right? They saw Sick gliding in from the side there, but they're smart to not burn any of their ultimates there, as the range on the side of Twisted Minds here just allows them so much safety. They're able to just poke with the Cannon Blast and Skill 1, as you can see there, and be super non-committal. And 30 seconds here, teams are going to fight for that positioning. They want to be ready for that Tyrant.
Last wave before the objectives. They do have the ult on Seba, so they're kind of scared about this positioning for the side of Twisted Minds. One unbridled outburst could change the tides of the fight. But 10 seconds in the clock, and we're seeing them still clear the mid lane. And nobody's positioning on that Tyrant this early because they're kind of afraid. Right now, Sick is still on the top side of the map, and Nighty going for the TP on the bot side. So it's looking like Twisted Minds has the better position here on the Tyrant.
They definitely do, but both sides have their junglers actually opting to clear the buff first. They don't want to get it stolen, right? Ogren could easily just go ahead and trade the Tyrant for that buff there, and they want to make sure that doesn't happen. And same with the other way around.
Seba gonna try.
Yeah, junglers potentially was going to be the last ones to right there. Ogren, as in here, look at the map here. Sick going to try and steal that red, but Pei was already there and secured it and able to move throughout the map and still respond to that Tyrant.
Yeah, you know what? That is smart clear. At least 9Z Globin knows what to do in case the Tyrant gets taken by the side of Twisted Minds. He was already trying to go for that red buff, but what he didn't know was that they cleared it already. Very smart play from Twisted Minds even before going to the Tyrant.
Absolutely there. Yeah, I think they was in their mind there that they were gonna go ahead and concede that first Tyrant. It's very hard to fight the composition of Twisted Minds for it there, so they wanted to opt in and trade, but Twisted Minds greeded a little bit extra there by securing the buff first with the pay, which compromised their position.
Yeah, use the ult though. What a perfect ult right there. They went out. That could have been a good kill for their side though. The flash into the thing inside the box, but Moon is the first to fall down, and that's Twisted Minds getting the first blood.
So, and here we go. This is the chaos we're talking about, right? You're only able to follow the script or the formula for so long before you got to adapt. And it's not often you get dove under tower there. So 9Z Goldman takes their first casualty.
Yeah, good kill. Good cutoff, actually. Moon was trying to go to the bot lane, and he didn't know that Clean was there on the brush waiting for him.
For sure, and we see Ogren here itemized into Blood Rage super early here, so he's gonna have a lot of activations of that all throughout the game. First item, Blood Rage. I would say the Ogren has been doing a good job of farming, right?
Yeah. Right now, 290. Might be able to get a Truth Mantra. Gets it. No infinite vastness out of Leffy. That's a good kill, though. Highland could be the target here. Passive has been popped. Very small board, but at least he got it. Got the tower top mid lane, got the tower bot side a while ago.
Lefty was definitely not prepared for that. Right outside of his own tower, he gets Truth Mantra and assassinated down. Definitely good call-outs with the cooldown of his ultimate, because I'm pretty sure Knightley would not have went for that play if he knew Long had that ultimate there. He had a small window to get that assassination off, and he took it.
Yeah, he knew that nobody was there, nobody was checking the brush. He just went for it. Now, Twisted Minds are looking for a chance to go to the top side of the map. Look at 9Z Globin. Right now, they have been reactive about their defense. And now with the top side open, half HP on this guy, I think WinRJ doesn't have the ult. So this is going to be dangerous. Once it goes in, another Truth Mantra could be good, but the cooldown was right on time.
Absolutely. I think it's actually a great matchup against the Dharma here, right? Dharma has that one crucial crowd control in that ultimate, and he is able to go ahead and cleanse it down with his ultimate there, and that's exactly what we just saw there. So it looked like he wasn't even controlled at all there.
Yeah, good use of the Sacred Tree Blessing, but also might be bad here once they go in. Use it, the Truth Mantra onto the back, and that kills them. No answers from the side right here, and Bridal Outburst right there onto the back line. They're going to go for it. Tapo Seba gonna be left alone, sick, is gonna be dead. They're gonna go for the chase down, look for Leffy. Had to use the infinite vastness to go away and try to defend this tower. They have one more cannon minion, and they are really looking for it. 90 has been super clean with this ult, and now they're looking for the finish. Minions are coming in, and Twisted Minds are looking to finish this very early. They have it on the back. Good smite on the minion. They have to go back. 90 might be dead here. Sacrifices himself. What a good, freshly forged for Moon.
What an insane early game. So it was 8 minutes and Twisted Minds was pushing for the win already. This is definitely not the Twisted Minds we've seen in the past here, right? Very strong lead for them so far, 4,000 gold lead, and it just shows the presence that Knightley goes out and brings. We saw first game yesterday, he was able to land so many game-changing Truth Launchers, and this game is no different. They got themselves such an impressive lead because all of those plays that Knightley made.
Opening on mid. This might be competitive. Tyrant will be taken here, no answers. Because Clean is at the top side of the map, so that is going to be an easy clear for 9Z.
Absolutely. They have a huge amount of smiting potential there. 2 smites on their team with a Ganon mode. They should not be losing those objectives. If they were, they would be in a lot of trouble for sure. Radiance comes out, spots the side of 9Z Goldman in their own jungle there. The vision control from the Motsu is so impressive, right? He's able to cannon blast the bush. He has the Radiance to go ahead and check it as well too. So Twisted Minds knows they're never going to be walking into the ambush.
Yeah, Leffy at the ult though. 90 at the back. Zoning a lot of people here. Didn't know that he might go for the flash. But 90 is in position. No flashes just yet. So he's being a bit more patient on when he starts this. Waiting for the flash. Flash is up right now. So 90 could go for it if ever they need to.
So besides Twisted Minds, they're content with just getting the high ground here. They don't want to go ahead and sacrifice Knightley like they have last time. And this is really bad for the side of 9Z Global. They've already... Oh, they didn't take the high ground yet. I thought they did, right? But they took the middle high ground, and they're going to be leaking elite minions for the rest of the game here. And starting at 8 minutes, it is really rough.
A lot of damage on 90. That is important because of that, they won't be able to go for that push or that Truth Mantra onto the bot lane. They have 15 seconds on this Overlord, and I do think they're positioning themselves at the top side of the map, so the Overlord is going to be in their sights.
So they have complete control of the map so far. They could even potentially opt to take 2 at the same time if they would like to. I'd say it's a little bit risky as the members of 9Z have been slowly breaking out of base. They've been clearing those elite minions in the middle lane here. It takes a team effort to do so because they're so tanky, but they have been able to push back out.
Yeah. See, Twisted Minds in position on the Tyrant. They are pushing the top side of the map, so WinRJ is not going to be here on this fight. Taking their time here. Double smite, though, for Capo Seba and Sick. So, Clean is being a bit more reserved on taking this because they know that this could be stolen. But nice take on this Tyrant. They are going to be resetting it just a bit. But the zoning from ACC has been so effective at just pushing them away. And that Cannon Blast is just not going to let them take this.
And Twisted Mind is trying to drag out the Tyrant outside of the range of the Zhang Fader and potentially the Ogren going over the wall. Yeah, they were just waiting for someone to go ahead and jump in there and contest them. 9Z Globin is smarter than that, though, as they don't opt in to doing that. But if we look at the levels here, Clean a second ago was 3 levels ahead of Sick here. And this, we were mentioning that teams have kind of understood how to play against the Pay now, and they've been able to neutralize the early game. Not against Clean's play, it seems, right? Because he's level 15 here, XP is absolutely maxed out, and he's even brute forcing down the Overlord there with the Primal Bond.
Yeah, doesn't even care if they have Primal Bond. 6k gold lead at this point in the game. Twisted Minds not going to be leaving anything open. No holes that they can dig into on the side of 9Z Globe, and that's why they are not giving any openings here. 90, look at this. He's baiting out the members right here of 9Z Globe to actually take this. And Highlight is in position to get a good board, though. But yeah, they're just forcing them to move around the map.
Yeah, Twisted Minds knows that if they just go ahead and play this slow, they're going to win on the map here. They have complete control over both objectives. If you ever find yourselves at home in this position where it feels like the enemy team just stays in their base and clears minions and, you know, you can't really defeat them, a good way to do that is taking both objectives, right? And that's what Twisted Mind does here. They take the Tyrant and they take the Overlord, so they have a lot of pressure at all sides of the map currently.
Yeah, they have the Shadow Vanguard at the top side of the map, pushing on the bot lane. Nice clear on that freshly forged, and with the board Sick left alone here, would not be able to go away. Good thing they're already done with him. Top side with the Shadow Vanguard, they could go for another push.
Absolutely, this is looking like the third high ground is in the sights of Twisted Minds, and once they take all 3, those minions are going to get even stronger to the point where it's going to be a full-time job to clear them here, right?
Yeah, Cannon Blast got hit. Sick, taking a lot of damage, still has the Blood Rage. Shadow Vanguard got taken down pretty easily. Now they could go for the push here. 9Z Globe and Sick had to force the Blood Rage. A lot of damage coming to their side. Now that's going to be a push. Force Leffy out off the Infinite Fastness.
Here we go, triple high grounds here. This is usually the death sentence for a lot of teams here, as from now on, they're going to be stuck in their base, clearing out those minions, and Twisted Minds are going to have free reign all over the map. If they want a chance, passive being popped here from high leg, but he gets caught out.
Had to flash, had to use the Unbridled Outburst now with a 1v4. This could be good. Clean is going to be falling down. 9Z Globe is looking for this fight since a while ago, and what a great kill out of Leffy from that, and now they are going to be chasing him down. ACC had to flash away, and they're fighting with a true matchup coming from 90, and he changes the tides. That is what they wanted all along, and it's still a 2v3.
Nightly on the Dharma. Everyone knows what Dharma does, right? He punches you in the wall. Yet the best of the best, like Nightliers, are still able to find those angles where they have crucial game-changing truth monsters. That looked like a good little bit of a comeback to the side of 9Z Globe in there, up until that truth mantra hit.
Moon also fell. That's not good. Now with Moon down, that is a potential finish here for the side of the Shanks. Gonna go in, protecting wins available right now. Leffy's gonna fall down. Sick. Oh no, they got baited, and Twisted Minds could go for the finish. They do have WinRJ, they do have Capo Seba up, but they have 5 members up right here on the side of Twisted Minds. They're gonna go for it. They have the board. They hit everybody. Capo Seba doesn't have the ult. This is gonna be it. Twisted Minds gonna look for the finish. Moon is still alive. Got back, right down, freshly forged, pops the Sage's Sanctuary, but Twisted Minds is gonna take game number 1.
Wow, what a game here. 14 minutes in, not the quickest game, right? But I would say very decisive. Twisted